Hey guys, welcome back to Pokemon at TCG Pocket. In today's video, we are checking out one of the craziest deck lists that I have seen, and it is currently my favorite deck at the moment. This Gyarados EX deck is just next level fun and enjoyable to play, but also being quite powerful, so let's jump in. So a quick bit of background on where I found this deck. I was looking at some tournaments we've had since the new pack came out, and I found this 64-player tournament with El Cartero finishing 4th in it using Gyarados and Chatot. I was like, let's dive in and take a look, and this is what I was greeted with. A Gyarados deck running 5 Fossils and 2 Chatots. Trust me, when I first saw it, I was like, when you play this, it feels so good and ridiculously fun, and it has a pretty solid win condition. So the very clear win condition in this deck is the Gyarados EX. Really good bulk at 180, surviving most hits in the game, really solid damage at 140, killing a lot of the threats, and then with the Giovanni, you can even hit things like Mewtwo EX and get rid of it. Now, it does struggle a little bit against other Gyarados EX, Pidgeot EX and stuff like that, which have a bit greater bulk, but in general, this guy is a fantastic card to set up and destroy teams with. We run the new Magikarp because this new Magikarp has the Leap Out ability, meaning even if you are stuck with it as your only basic in your hand, we are running 5 Fossils, so the majority of the time you're going to have something else that you can put in your bench, Leap Out with the Magikarp, and protect it whilst not losing any energy pressure. Then we have Chatot. We will talk a bit more about the Chatot at the end, when we talk about the Fossils as well. We run 1 X speed because sometimes you can get a Pokeball, get a Chatot, or draw it. X speed out the Magikarp into the Chatot can be really good for keeping momentum going. 2 Pokeballs for searching out those basics that we need. 1 Professor's Research. You could adjust this to 2 for just raw draw power. Misty's because Misty is a core part of what we're trying to do, which is load up that Gyarados and sweep the enemy team. Giovanni for dealing with things like Mewtwo EX. Sabrina's for getting tricky things out of the way, and also for stalling for time in the early game. Then, like I said, we have the Fossils and we have the Chatot. These things work so amazing. So Chatot's ability to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw cards equal to the amount of cards in your opponent's hand is amazing. This is not just amazing in itself, but when we pair that with all these Fossils in the deck, it means these Fossils are essentially just deck thinners because we draw them in our hand, we put them on the bench, we discard them, place the next one, discard it, place the next one. You can just thin the cards that are going to be reshuffled into your deck so that you have more access to the key components that you need, which the main key components are going to be the Magikarp, the Gyarados, and the Misties to go ahead and get your Gyarados set up. So Chatot with these Fossils makes it absolutely fantastic. The other thing these Fossils do is protect us from Sabrina because we can have a Chatot in the active spot, then we can have our Magikarp in the back, and then we can have a Fossil down there as well. So if they Sabrina us, all they're going to get is the Fossil, and we save the point. Then we put the Chatot back up, and we're pretty much good. He can go, and they can kill him. So it protects us from that Misty, and don't forget, if we do have this on the bench, they've already got 1 point. We put our Gyarados up. We can then, or they got 2 points, we put our Gyarados up. We can then just discard the Fossil to the discard pile, and now our Gyarados is the only one. No Sabrina. So the Fossils serve 2 purposes in this deck. 1, protection from Sabrina, and the 2, which is the big one, is deck thinning so that our Chatot has more ability to get us to the cards we desperately need. So let's jump in and take a look at some games, and let me know in the comments what deck you guys want to see next. This is a fun deck. Let's go second. Good. Okay, we do like going second. We can make it work with first, but we would love to go second. All right, this is actually a pretty good start. If we could draw a Pokeball, a Research, or a Magikarp, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now, Helioptile, I don't know if this person's running something off meta or they just don't have the full Pika deck. Problem with Pika deck is if they get Zebra Striker out and they just snipe your Magikarp in the back row, it's like GG's. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Let's see. Okay, Zapdos. Okay, good. Load those Research up. It just gives me more cards to draw. Please just end turn there. Don't put anything on the bench. Red card. I'm actually cool with that to try and get ourselves the Magikarp at least for the bench. Bad. Bad. Okay, honestly, the second Chatot's handy because we might need that. We did get the Misty. What we might do here is there's nothing in a Pika deck that has more than 140. So we can go ahead and waste this Giovanni just to lower the size of our deck. So that when we do this, we got more chance of hitting the cards we want. So let's go ahead and do this, Mimic. Obviously hunting the Magikarps and the Misties. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And the 2 fossils for thinning as well. He can't kill us this turn. He's drawing more cards, which is good for us. Honestly, really good for us. Okay, the second Zapdos comes out. Okay, we just... Now we literally just need to flip a couple heads. Okay, I'm only going to play the 1 Magikarp because you never want to have all the Mons because we need the room for the fossils. And we will discard that fossil after we do this. Now, if we get 1 heads, we're in a godly position. Okay, good. We're in a godly position. 2, yep. 3, yep. Okay. We only needed the 1 because we have time to get into it, provided that we draw well here. We just need to draw Gyarados. Alright, so what do we got? We've got 12 cards. We're going to see 5 of them. And there's a Professor Oak and 2 Gyarados in there. Alright, let's Mimic. Because we can still buy a turn with the other Chatot. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now, if he red cards us, we could be in a pickle. But besides that, we pretty much win from here. There's not much else he can do. Once again, this deck is not bad against Pikas. Even though we have the weakness, it's just if they have Zebra Striker and they snipe the Magikarp is the only problem with Pika decks. Like, if they're running the Electrode line or the Pikachu Raichu line, it's okay. Cool. We can do this, because now, like, we just discard the fossil. If they decide to Sabrina us, all they can do is get the 1 point from the Chatot, and then we're fine. So yeah, we just go like this, boom. Load it up, because Gyarados can discard from himself, so you just need to just make sure you don't run the risk of that. There is nothing else that we really need to do. I don't even need to play anything yet. Just GG's from there. Like, they just can't do anything about that. Nice. Good first game. Okay. Going first with only a Magikarp. Dude, why? No, this is our worst starting hand, okay? This is our absolute worst starting hand. We do get to get the Magikarp out, but we take 20 before we do, and then we draw another Magikarp, which is absolutely toxic for us. We need to draw a Pokeball or a Chatot next turn because we do have the X speed, which will allow us to keep the pacing up a little bit. But let's see how it goes. We've got to be real fast against the Celebi decks. We need to get online super fast. So we need either a Misty, or we need a Chatot. They're the 2 things that will help us right now. If we don't get the Chatot, then we play the other Magikarp. Okay, we got the Chatot. Okay. That's good, because we got the X speed. Which means now we can start shuffling. Retreat. Yep. Boom. Now we can put that on the Chatot. We've got our Gyarados ready. They don't have anything super chunky. Even if they have an Executor EX, it's got too much health. So the Giovanni is a dead card. I don't want to put the Magikarp on the bench because then it can lead me into being Sabrina bait. However, do I think I will get... I don't think I'm going to get my second Chatot in play that quick. So I'm going to play the Magikarp as my next Sacrificial Lamb. And then we're just going to Mimic. So Misties. We just need Misties. Yep, perfect. Another one. No second Misty, that's okay. So we can Misty this turn, get rid of 3 fossils, and then we just shuffle again, because he can't get the kill this turn. Here comes the Celebi. And now we actually need to flip some heads. Because we need to get the pacing up. Because our pacing's a bit slow at the moment. Okay, so Misty. We need at least 1 heads, and then we should be fine. Then on odds with his flips, we should win. Okay, good. 2. Perfect. Perfect. We only needed the 1 for pacing, but we'll take the 2. So now what we can do is we discard. We put the fossil on the bench. We discard. Why is the Gyarados highlighted? Oh, because I got the other Magikarp. We put the fossil on the bench. We discard, and we're not going to evolve that Magikarp because that is there as Sabrina. If we get Sabrina, then we can just sacrifice it. So now we can leave that there, And now we just Mimic. We don't... There's nothing we really need here. Actually, I probably should have skipped Mimic so I had the Sabrina just in a pinch, but I don't think there was be a situation where that's a must, but let's just see how this goes. So now he evolves. He can kill us. He's going to put one on the Celebi, which is still not enough to kill us. So we come in next turn. We swing with Gyarados. He puts Superior out, puts another one on his Celebi. We swing with Gyarados, and then he'll be dead though. So he needs something else on his bench this turn. So he doesn't. So we should just win. We should just win thanks... This one is thanks to double heads on Misty, but if we didn't have the double heads on Misty, what we could have done here was... If we didn't get the double heads on Misty, we could have just sacrificed the Magikarp, manually placed another one, but we did definitely need one heads on Misty unless we drew into another one. Because we did still have the Chatot play as well. So let's just put that. Once again, we can discard from ourselves, but if we discard from him, we actually discard 2. Because we discard the whole energy itself because it can't be counted as... it has to be counted as that. Let's just use this anyway to see with some more cards. Just in case. Okay, yep. And now we go Raging Whirlpool, and that's about it. So hopefully we discard his Celebi's one, and then it's just like extra demoral. No, we discarded ours. I feel like the Gyarados isn't that OP in general that it should have a negative effect on it. Is that a bad take? Because like normal Gyarados guarantees discard from the opponent for the same energy. This one's an EX, so it has more damage, more HP. Like the random including yours kind of sucks. But yeah, he needs a ridiculously low odds flip here to win. And if we lose, I'm happy to lose to it because I mean the deck outpaced. But if he gets 4 heads, I mean, what are we going to do? Yeah, perfect. Sweet. And that is the fast pacing. Once again, we did luck out on the double Misty heads. But once again, 1 heads we would have been okay, but it would have been more scary on the flips, and it would have been more of an even chance for him to win. Okay, going second. Love to see it. What do we got? We got an electric deck. So, going second, we do have the X speed and 2 Pokeballs. So that means we do get to start with Chatot, and we have the Misty. Okay, it's actually a Dragonite deck. With this opening hand, hopefully we can outpace it, but we'll have to wait and see. Because the problem is we don't have a chunky bench to place. Now, we can put the second Gyarados on the bench as a just meat shield. But we'll have to see. This is a pure pacing game. Honestly, that's really solid. So we definitely get a Chatot. Yep, let's see what the second one is. Probably, we kind of want the Magikarp here. Yeah, because 1 Chatot should be enough, because he's not going to swing for damage before then. So we will put our Chatot up. We will Misty this. Hopefully we get 1 heads. It's unfortunate. So the unfortunate thing about that is that we kind of want to keep this hand. So we can actually just do this. We kind of want to keep this hand to evolve, to guarantee the evolution. So we're just going to end turn. He can't poke us for damage, so we're fine just like that. And we can X speed out next turn into the Chatot, evolve to Gyarados, and then put the other Magikarp on the bench and shuffle. But I don't know if we're going to have the pacing. Unless if we get 1 heads on a Misty, if we get the other Misty and get 1 heads, we're cooking. If we don't, we're kind of in a bad situation. Because we don't have enough meat shields. Okay, so what we can do here is we X speed. And if we didn't have the X speed, we could have done that last turn with the leap out. But either way, we just wanted to dump the X speed, so we lowered our deck size for the shuffle. We are going to put this out because if we get the other Gyarados, this is the rare case where we will actually evolve it. To have another big beefy on the bench. Doesn't happen often, but it is that situation. So we get to see 3 cards out of 11. We got 1 Misty in there. 1 Misty, 2 Oaks. I mean 1 Oak. Only 1 Oak in this deck. Misty? Misty? Okay, just the fossils. That's right, we get to discard 3 more, which means we'll only have 8 in our deck size, unless we get another card that we can just basically get rid of. So let's see how this plays out. And he's got the second Dragonite. So I think there is a very high probability he wins this game now. Because we're too slow getting online, unfortunately. So now we've got to slow play this. Boom. Boom. Discard. Discard. And the last discard here. Oh no, we don't discard that last one. We don't discard that last one. Okay. Now we Mimic. We get to look at 3 more cards. Please be a Misty. Please be a Misty. Please be a Misty. Unfortunately, that does nothing for us. But we did get the Gyarados, so now we can evolve our Gyarados. We will Professor's Research, try and get the second Chatot, just so we got as many meat shields as possible. And he can't swing with anything else, so I wonder if he's actually going to retreat into his, whatchamacallit. We'll have to wait and see. So we are going to do this. We're going to do this. Because we actually still want to see a Misty. Oh, no, we don't. It doesn't matter now. Okay, so now we can put this on you. We can end turn. If he has a leaf, though, let's discard. So we get another chunky HP. And that's about as much of a wall as we can build right now. And we're just going to leave our hand because we have every tech card that we could need. So now it just comes down to the Dragonite hits. That's pretty much it. Does he have the leaf? He'd probably be running leaf in this deck, I reckon. And unfortunately, that 160 HP is just 1 away from the Giovanni tech. Okay, so from here, we Misty on the other Gyarados. Because then it gives us another option to... It doesn't really matter. Yeah, no, it does in case of like 4 hits on 1. Okay, still not fully set up, but let's just go ahead here. The 20 damage doesn't matter unless he has Giovanni. So let's just retreat out. And hopefully we discard the... Or if we discard the electric energy, it's GG's. If we discard the electric energy, it's GG's. And if he doesn't put out his Dragonite, we just stall for a turn and then switch to our other Gyarados. Because we don't want to drop under the the 160. Unfortunately, we discarded our other Gyarados' energy, which is unfortunate. And so we can't Misty for the game, so we just need him not to hit our main Gyarados. We're kind of just done at this point. Unless he hits like everything on one of the Chatots. Yeah, that was a pretty good spread for him, not gonna lie. Just needs to hit 2 there and 1 there. I mean, we could still clutch it. Once again, if we discard his electric, we win again. So let's just see. I mean, he could double flip on the Kangaskhan too, though. Oh, it was his water. Okay, he still gets to swing. And the problem is, even if he hits us once, he's kind of got it, because then his Kangaskhan can just flip 1 heads. Just hit by 2 Chatots, or everything on the 2 Chatots, please. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Let's go. Come on. Dude, he needs a double heads to win. He needs a double heads to win. Not gonna lie, that was pretty clutch. Can we discard it? It doesn't matter if we discard his Kangaskhan. Okay, it's just the double heads to win, dude. Honestly, the RNG of that was insane. But to be fair, he could have also hit my Gyarados. It wouldn't matter. It was like... He basically needed to kill the Chatot and the Gyarados that turn. Actually, one hit on my main Gyarados would have hurt. So we did like out, but let's see. Can he double heads? Can he double heads for the game? Dude, so many games come down to coin flips these days. %75% chance to win right here. Got it. Dude, that was close. That was close. That was a very close game. Yeah, with the Dragonite decks, you really need to get online super quick to win those. GG's. Second, nice. Let's see. Ooh, is this Pika? Going second with Chatot ain't bad. We need to get the Carp out, though. And if they got Zebra Striker, we need to have Carp out turn 1, otherwise we're definitely done. Damn, it is Pikachu. They got the bench. Okay, it's the Pika Raichu. Okay, we do have a chance, except they're not holding many in their hand, which sucks for us. It's the one other bad thing about Pika. We still get 3 to look at. That's okay. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. There's nothing we need to Giovanni against in this deck, so that's fine. We can get rid of that. Thin the deck. X speed. There could be a situation in which we need this. But I'm just going to sack it. I just need to see that Magikarp. Get to look at 3 cards. Magikarp, good. Pokeball, not really needed. Okay, and the Misty. That is a really good position. Hopefully he still has at least 3 cards in hand at the end of this. And then he's going to come down to some flips. Okay, he does have bench damage, but that Raichu is not really a threat, the new one. Okay, so we can Pokeball. Hopefully it's a Chatot. Okay, unfortunately it is the Magikarp. So I got to think about whether I want to put that on the bench. Let's have a think here. Let's put this one on the bench. Let's do the energy and let's do the Misty. We still get 3 to look at. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. LD player making noises. Do I want the other Magikarp on the bench? No, because ideally I want to get another Chatot on the bench. Because that Pika kills me. And then I want the other Chat. I think we're just kind of boned. So I might actually do it. We're just going to do it. And then we're just going to hope for it. If we had Sabrina in hand, it would have been perfect last turn, but... Now we need to top deck a Misty. This turn or next turn, and hope we flip 1 heads. That's pretty much the situation. If our last Misty flipped 1 heads, we were in a really, really good position. Okay, so now we put this Magikarp up as fodder. We can do the Pokeball. In the deck. And we can Gyarados here. We can put that there. And then we can actually Sabrina to buy ourselves energy. Because those 2 things to attack need 3 energy. So if we force him into wasting an energy to retreat, if he has an X speed, it's just GG's. But if we can force him into wasting an energy to retreat, he has to go the Zapdos. Surely he goes the Zapdos. Yep. I don't think he has an X speed because he took a while to make that decision. And we don't want to put our other Gyarados up because that's just bad. That's the 2 points. So we're just going to end turn. And then cross our fingers, essentially, is where we're at. Hopefully he has to place the energy or retreat. And then we need him not to have a Sabrina as well. There's a couple conditions that we need to meet here. Dude, he could Dedenne me for game, actually. It'd be a tough one because he'd have to chip 30 at a time down to 110, which I don't think he can do. Okay, cool. All right, so now we need Actually, no, he wouldn't even have to do that much. He basically just needs 1 Dedenne, 2 Dedenne flips. All right, top deck Misty, please. 5 cards, 1 in 5 chance, 20% chance. Damn. All right, so we're just going to sack this. Put on the Gyarados. We take 110. Then we kill. Then he has to stun lock. Because he doesn't have anything that uses 2 energy. So he has to rely on the stun lock. End turn. And now Misties don't matter. Plus, we do have the chance to discard energies as well. So let's see how this goes. Whether he switches now and does the Dene or... I mean, you'd want to attack now because if he switches and then I discard his Pikachu's energy, he'd kind of be bad. There's the Misty. It was a turn too late. We may as well pop it anyway. Alright, let's go. Boom. Yeah. I needed the other Misty to heads. Dude, it's always the way when you don't need it, it just goes ham. Alright, let's go. Now, I'm not too sure how the discard actually works. Maybe I want to have less energy because I don't know whether it just chooses a random Pokemon and then... Let's read this, actually. Discard a random energy from a random... among the energy attached. So, does that mean like I've got... There's like... Once it's dead, there'll be 8 energy and I've got a 7 out of 8 chance to get mine discarded? I don't know if that's how the math works on Gyarados. I haven't done enough testing yet. In that case, I maybe shouldn't put so many energies on it. Yeah, so it used my energy. I'm really not sure on how that... On that wording, I think it... Because it just says energy, not Pokemon. I do think having more energy on Gyarados is actually bad there, so I probably shouldn't have Sabrinaed. So now if he has a Giovanni, he needs 1 flip. If he doesn't have a Giovanni, he needs 2 flips. That's the net situation. Unless he has something in that Pokeball that's going to get him the game. I mean, if it's a Pika EX, then he only needs 1 heads. So it's coming down to a coin... Dude, so many games at the moment just come down to like raw coin flips at the end of the game. But the Dene is so clutch in the Pika deck at the moment. Okay, Electabuzz, what's he do? 40. Okay, yeah, that can get him game as well. So it's all down to this flip. Tails, you prick. Ah, he gets it. GG's. Perfect. Second. Nice. Fighting. I really want to fight a Mewtwo. Show you guys this against Mewtwo. It's so satisfying against Mewtwo. Hopefully we Pokeball into another Chatot. Hopefully I don't play too many on the bench so we get enough cards to draw into. Alright. Beautiful. Plenty of cards to look at. Okay, so we are going to get into our second Chatot here as well, which is perfect. Yep, we don't want to place the 3 Pokemon on the bench, so unfortunately we're going to have to shuffle 2 cards back in, which is not great for our volume of cards, but hey, it is what it is. What do we get to see? We get to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Oh, that's pretty solid. 5 out of 15. We get to see a third of our deck. Nice. Gyarados Misty. Misty, okay, good. Honestly, the Misty is the most important one. The Gyarados can come a little bit later. We just need to get like 1 heads with Misty. Okay, I don't know why you'd go straight into the EX, but okay. I guess there's no... you could have reduced the... Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I guess it's fair. Doesn't really matter in that situation, does it? Okay, so we're going to go you there. I'm going to put this Misty here. Boom. Fortunately, Tails. Okay, that's alright. We're going to burn the X speed. We're going to burn the Pokeball. Thin that deck down as much as possible so we can draw into the second Misty and the Gyarados. That's the idea here. Alright, so then we're going to discard that. Put that up. Get to see another 5 cards. Five out of how many? 11. Almost gets. We'll have more than half our deck when this rinses out. Misty good. Dude, no Gyarados yet. That kind of hurts. That kind of hurts. Let's see. He only needs one. Yeah, that's alright. So we put our other Chatot up as bait. Then we're going to have to rely on him not flipping too many heads. Unless we get the Misty flips. If we get one Misty heads, we're in an okay position. Unfortunately, once again, we miss out on the Gyarados. Discard. Boom. Boom. Misty, give us a heads. Come on, Misty. Dude. Yeah, we kind of just lose unless he double tails. Like, I mean, there's still a chance if he doesn't double tails. But let's see. We got the Oak. We're gonna see 3 cards next turn. So if the bottom 2 cards are Gyarados, we're boned. Let's see how this goes. I mean, if he only gets the 1 heads on my Gyarados, we're actually okay. Or if he 2 tails there. So as long as he doesn't double heads my Gyarados, we're still okay with only the Marowak in the back. I mean, the Primeape. Because then it's only 120 total damage. So we're actually still looking okay. Obviously, we have to not have Gyarados as the bottom 2 cards of the deck. Bruh. Come on. Surely it's not the bottom 2 cards. Okay, good. Good, there they are. Alright, boom. Okay, so double heads, he wins. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now we've got to discard these. I should have discarded them. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we can't Sabrina lose. So double heads, he wins. Anything else, we pretty much win unless he has something sleeping in his deck. Okay, now the second Marowak EX could be an issue. So we do need a double tails at some stage here. Or we need to discard the energy off of the enemy Cubone. Okay, there's 1 heads. Okay, still in the game. Oh wait, we're 180, not 160. Oh yeah, we're still okay. We're still okay. Alright, so we're just going to put that. Swing the 140. Discard his Cubones. Damn, discarded his Marowak. So the discard happens before. It's the first time I've seen that. I feel like majority of the time my Gyarados discards from himself. Okay, so double heads for win. For him. I mean, it could still be in there. There's 7 cards. 50% chance for him to have it. Okay, he's got it. Let's see, big flip boy. Tails, come on. Tails. Nice. Nice. That was on odds. That was on odds. And we missed 2 Misty Flips. So, like, you try and average it out to get 1 Misty Flip a game. And then you're pretty much good. There we go. Okay, going first. Okay, we got a Mewtwo deck. Alright, we are starting with the Chatot, though. That's okay. Sucks that we're going first. If we were going second with this, we'd be cooking. But you gotta take what you get. Okay, he doesn't have an ideal start either, but he might have the cards in hand, so we'll gotta wait and see. Okay, yep, we want a Pokeball. Yep. Guaranteed Magikarp. Perfect. Okay, boom. Put the Dome Fossil. We can research. Misty, perfect. And we just got to try and get some Misty Heads. Just got to try and get some Misty Heads this time. So hopefully he doesn't play too many cards. Maybe 1 on the bench. Hey, I'm happy with that research. Gives me more cards to look at. Because like I said, we just want to see 2 Misties, get 1 heads on one of them, then we're pretty good. If you go second, you almost don't even need the Misty Heads. And then we need to keep filtering through till we see the Giovanni as well. Did you use 2 Pokeballs just then? No, you slabbed into Pokeball. Ah, okay, Slab was a -1 for him. Honestly, would have been good if he kind of got a card there. Okay, unfortunately, he's in a bad position now because he doesn't have his Mewtwo yet. Alright, so we got the Gyarados. We got the Misty. Oof. Get a heads. Okay, that's good. That's good. We might... We do need to use this because we need to see the Giovanni as well. We really need to see the Giovanni, so we're going to discard that in the deck. Play that. I hold on to the Sabrina as well, obviously, because we might need a Sabrina at the end, because normally if you use Giovanni to kill one Mewtwo, they send the other Mewtwo out. Then you can Sabrina them and just win against kill whatever they put out. Okay, there's the other Misty as well. So we really want to get our hands on the Giovanni. Okay, there's the Mewtwo. Turn late. He's got the Curlier. Does he have the other Curlier? He's got the Mew, okay. Yep, loading that Mewtwo up. Okay, so we're going to Misty. Okay, Tails, that's fine. We got our one heads, that's all we needed from the Misty. And we can pitch 2 more cards from our hand. Because we're at 6 cards in the deck, which is effectively 8 cards in the deck, and we get to see 3. We get to see half our deck by our next turn. Oh, dude, I wasn't supposed to discard that. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was too busy yapping. That could cost me the game. You really want to keep that on the bench. Okay, I've got one more fossil in the deck too. And he can kill me here. Dude, that fossil. That fossil play really hurt me. Because now Sabrina's a threat. Dude, I'm such an idiot. I was just yapping. Okay, we need to see the Giovanni. We don't have the X speed. Do we gamble that we'll see the Giovanni? Oh, we don't even have enough energy yet anyway, so we can't even make that gamble. Okay, we've got the Giovanni. Let's thin this. Dude, that fossil play could cost me the game right here. Because now I've put myself in the most awkward position where... If he has Giovanni now, he wins. If I put the Magikarp on the bench... And, I mean, if he has Sabrina next turn, then he wins. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. He has to place his energy on the Gardevoir. If he places it on the Mew, we're actually cooking. Unless he has the second Gardevoir, then we're kind of boned too. Yeah, I boned myself by accidentally discarding that that fossil. That was the biggest mistake I could have made. Well, he loaded up his Mewtwo, so that's okay. The only way he wins is if he has Sabrina and the other Gardevoir in hand. Okay, he only did the 50 though, so he's that's kind of bad for me. I'm going to Sabrina him as bait. But if he gets the second Mewtwo, then I need my second Sabrina. But there's only 3 cards left. I got 2 turns to get it. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Is that waste one of his energy to switch back? Or he can leave the Mew in. If he leaves the Mew in, it's also cool. Because if he leaves the Mew in, just pokes for 20. I actually really hope he leaves the Mew in and pokes me for 20. Either way, the Sabrina is just a massive threat to me. Because he's probably got the sprint. Dude, I can't believe I messed up so bad with that fossil. It made me put the Magikarp on the bench to stop the early Sabrina, but it's cost me the game. And there's the fossil, but it's useless now. Because whatever he Sabrina's to loses me the game. Like, I could put the other Gyarados up, but then it's impossible to retreat anyway. Sabrina coming out. Surely this, he's just stolen. Surely the Sabrina comes out. Didn't have it. Lucky, but that wouldn't have even been a threat if I didn't misplay and misclick. Not misclick, just brain fart essentially. Alright, GG's. Well, that was lucky. I almost cost myself the game there, but we'll take the win. First, Mewtwo deck. Okay, yeah, wait. Listen, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad going first with only a Magikarp. This is about as bad as a start as we can get in this deck. Yeah, this is a very bad start. I mean, you could win it with some clutch Misties and then drawing into a Gyarados, but we'll see how we go. Need a fossil or something. I mean, we can Sabrina him as well to buy time. We've got the Giovanni. If one of those Carps was a Chatot, we're looking pretty good. Gives us one reshuffle. It would give us one reshuffle, but I don't know if we can get that Gyarados in time. Okay, good. We got the fossil. That's actually kind of handy. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna Sabrina because we have the other Sabrina in hand, just to try and waste an energy on him. I mean, if we top deck a Gyarados, this is a pretty good battle from our worst hand. Obviously, the double Misty helped a ton. Give me another fossil almost? Dude. I mean, I guess we just do it on this one. Let's see how it goes. I kind of need to leave the fossil there. Yeah, I kind of have to leave the fossil there so that he doesn't Sabrina me with his second Sabrina and take out my good Magikarp. Because he can just place one on Mewtwo and switch to get the kill. So now it's just a matter of top decking a Gyarados and we win. Because we got Giovanni and Sabrina in hand. So 2 Gyarados and 1 Professor's Research in there. It's a very unconventional way to do it with this deck, but I mean, it's doable. Even if we get a Chatot, we don't really want to play it. Dude. But now we've got a... This is the problem with this now, because we are a little bit of Sabrina bait. I could leap out, that doesn't do anything for me. There's no energy issues, let's just do that. Does he have the second Sabrina? See, if that Magikarp was a fossil, GG's. So the double Mewtwo doesn't bother me. Because we can Giovanni kill one, and then Sabrina out the other one. Remember, we've got 2 flips on Misty. But we didn't actually need any technically because I placed one energy here and I will have another energy next turn. So the Misty actually didn't even impact this. That is ridiculous. It's like the worst start again. Even without the Misty flips, we're good. Sweet. Perfect. We don't need the false anymore. So just in case we discard, it doesn't really matter anyway. So we Giovanni, kill. Dude. We had 2 extra energy as well. That's insane. I didn't think the deck would play that well against a Mewtwo with a horrible hand and going first. Wow. That's satisfying. Didn't even get to do chat-up plays. And yeah, so now he's got nothing else that can live because we only were on the one Giovanni, but it doesn't matter because now we just get to Sabrina for game. Yep. GG's.